Stay tuned, everybody, on Instagram Live. We're going to get everybody in here. We'll get started.
Nothing.
All right, come on in, have a seat real quick. Keep your masks up. We're not going to be in here for very long, but I want you to keep your masks up. I'm just going to explain kind of what's going on for your challenge today, and then we're going to get out of here. Welcome, you guys. Good to have you guys out here. Welcome to anybody watching on Instagram Live. The weather wasn't as bad as maybe some forecasts were predicting, so praise the Lord for that we can be together. And I'm just super thankful that we have like a big group of people here. So that's fantastic to see all of you in person. A couple announcements before we get started with tonight, which is like the last sort of challenge night of the Mole series. So we'll see how you guys do. But before we get into that, baptism is coming up. So if you have not been baptized and you would like to just kind of show the world, have an outward sign of what you believe, the decision you've made to follow Christ in your life, baptism is a great opportunity to do that. I really encourage, if you guys have not been baptized, to get baptized sometime. It doesn't have to be this upcoming time, but at some point in your life, really, I think it's appropriate for you to make that profession of faith, that outward sort of sign to other people, that this is what I'm all about. So, if you're not sure if you've been baptized, maybe check up on that first. Ask your parents, hey, I better be baptized. If it's something that maybe you'd like to put into your winter here on February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, we're actually going to have baptism here in the auditorium after the third service. And you guys can be part of that if you'd like to be baptized. In order to do that, though, you need to talk with your parents about it first, and then sign up online. Your parents can do that for you. There are a couple classes on February 2nd, February 9th that allow us to sort of like explore what baptism is all about, get you guys' stories so that we can kind of tell other people about, hey, this is this person, they're getting baptized. This is what their life is like with Christ. We love those details. People will love hearing about that and seeing you guys kind of take that plunge on February 14th if you'd like to. If you have any questions about that, please come ask me. But you need to be thinking about that, asking your parents about that really soon, because the deadline is really going to be next Sunday. So I'll mention it one more time, but I want to keep it in your brains to get baptized sometime soon. If you have not yet done so, I really encourage you to do that. Next week is our reveal party for this Mole series. So we're going to meet in here. It's going to be like a lot of activity. One of the things that's going to be taking place is you guys, everybody in here, small group leaders, you guys, friends, people that have no idea what's going on because it might be like their first time out here, dogs, cats, whoever is in this auditorium takes the quiz. We're going to give you a quiz to see how much you figured out about our mole in our youth group this year, and we're going to pick a winner based on that quiz. We're also going to see the end of the TV series we've been watching and go over some of the secrets that you may or may not have caught being part of this series. So that's next week. Do not miss it, okay? If you're watching online, that's cool too. You'll still see a lot of the stuff, but we want to make sure we reveal all the secrets, give the final totals, tell you who won, what that equates to in dollars for our missions organizations. Missions organizations are going to benefit from the money you guys are bringing in. You're doing a fantastic job so far. You can, if you brought money tonight, you can collect that tonight in your small group time. You also have next week to bring that out. That's anything you guys bring in is going to go directly to your missions organizations. That has nothing to do with the mole taking that or whatever. Okay, so just kind of rest assured, whatever you guys bring in goes directly there. But you guys are playing for some points. Those points are going to equate to more money that you can get for your missions organization if you do well in your challenges. So far, the score is the good guys, you, 170 points. The mole, the bad guy group, 190 points. Or girl group, okay? I'm saying bad guy generally. I'm not revealing any secrets. Maybe. But the mole is currently winning. Tonight, though, is going to be the game changer. There are 140 points up for grabs tonight. So obviously, if you achieve tonight's challenge, you are going to win. If you don't achieve tonight's challenge, you're going to lose. But here's the other thing, the twist. If over half of you guys figure out who the mole is, you beat the mole and get all of the points back. The mole gets skunked. They get nothing. Okay? So, on the quiz next week, we'll see if you can accomplish that, and we'll also crown a winner from that quiz. All right? So, bring in your donations next week. If you have them tonight, we'll collect them a little bit later, but let's hit some really high marks for what we can donate to our missions partners. All right. Tonight, you guys are all going to be separated into your small groups and put in a room, an escape room. It's not going to be a legit kind of escape room where like you can't get out until you do a certain thing, unlock the doors. Actually, you're going to go into this room, and I'm not going to do anything with the doors. I'm going to trust that you guys stay in that room until someone from your group texts me, my personal phone, what the password is for your room. Okay, so I think everyone, there's at least one person in your small group that has my number. If not, I can give it to you. That's fine. If you're not sure if someone in your group has my number, come talk to me, I'll get it for you, okay? But that person can be the contact person to get a hold of me. All right? In a moment, I'm going to split you guys up, tell you where you're going to be. Here's the deal. You guys figure out how to get out of that room by texting me the right password. You only get 2 chances. All right? So, if you mess up one, I will text you back and say no or yes. If you mess up one, you only get one more until you fail. So use those chances very sparingly, know what you're doing, know what you're getting into, and I will text you guys back if you accomplish this. You're going to have 15 minutes, and you're going to have to work fast, and you're going to have to help each other. You're all going to different rooms. The tasks in each room are different. Your small group leaders can absolutely help you out. Your small group leaders don't know what's going on tonight, so they might as well help you out. Help you figure out the code, the whatever you have to do. I'm going to say this too. Please, 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 listen to me. Please do not destroy the room that you're going to be in, okay? There's no need to like force things, throw things all over the floor, climb up in the rafters, you know. I don't have any clues in any drawers or cabinets, okay? So what I really would hate at the end of the evening, listen to me, ladies, what I really hate for myself, and probably for you, is to go through the rooms at the end of the evening and have like this enormous mess to clean up. Okay, it's already going to be tough for me to clean up from the normal stuff that I had to set these rooms up with. I really don't want a mess on top of that. Okay, most of these, you go in there, it's like, I kind of get the gist of what I got to do. Okay, you don't have to go extreme above and beyond and like tear up the carpet or, you know, anything like that. All right, it's stuff you can figure out if you just think. Think a little bit more than you act. Again, you're going to get 15 minutes. If you have extra time, there's going to be a timer in here that counts down 15 minutes. If you get done in like 7, you have a couple options with your group. One is you can help the other groups, because this is all or nothing tonight, okay? So if one group doesn't make it up here, you all lose. So you can decide, oh, I'm going to help out another group. That's cool. You can also decide to be sneaky about it and like tiptoe around and like listen up to other rooms to see if you can figure out who the mole is. That's okay if you want to do that. So just remember, mole group, there might be people listening in on you. All right, that's no rule against that. But if you are not in here when that timer reaches 0, you lose the points. So use your time well if you are able to get out in time. You have to stay in your room. You can, okay, visualize this with me. You can stand in your doorway and like lean out your doorway to like, I don't know, yell at another group or like look out for clues or something like that, that's cool. Okay, I'm accepting that. That's fine. But if I see anybody wandering around on the security cameras that I'll be monitoring, you're going to lose your points. All right? Yes, I will watch you. So stay in your rooms. All right, let me get your questions real quick, and then we're going to get started. Yes? For every room, there is a secret word that you have to figure out and text me. Okay? That's the objective.
Does it go in order?
Figure out, I will tell you where you're going to be. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay? There is a word you have to figure out and text to me to get out of your room.
Okay.
Wow, this is way too many questions. I'll start with Aaron. Go ahead. No. That was an easy one. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Are we, so it will be pretty easy, but, well, not easy, but
How do you know that?
like it. Like,
We'll see how you do. It is one word and only one word. Yes.
So how long is the timer?
15 minutes.
Okay.
It will be on these screens. After I say go, I'm going to start the timer. Yes.
Hey, 8th grade girls. What? Why are you whispering a lot, huh?
There shouldn't be like that.
That's how we roll.
All right. Gavin and Keaton.
so does every single person in our small group have to be in here before the timer stops, or just at least one person?
In here, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every single person from your group needs to be in here, okay? Or else you lose. It's real easy. If I don't see all your smiling faces in here when 15 minutes is up, too bad. We'll disappoint. All right? Yes, Keaton. A password. The password will be you should do something in your room that will spell out the word. Okay? It might be biblical. I don't want to share too much. You all have different passwords per room, by the way. It's not one password that fits every room. You all have different passwords. Okay? All right. So here's the deal. Here's what I'm going to do. In a moment, I'm going to say ready, go. Not yet, but ready, go. I'm going to tell you which room you're going to go to, and then I'm going to nonchalantly walk up to the balcony and start the timer. Paula's group. Where are you guys at, Paula's group? Hi, guys. Here's the deal. I'm going to hang out mainly with you guys because Paul's not here tonight. So I will be in there for your moral support just because Paul's not here. Another caveat here. Where's Hannah and Brielle's group? You guys have to be quiet because you're going to a room that's really close to where the high schoolers are doing their large group teaching right now. Okay? So please, and if you're out of your room and you're going to go downstairs to help them or whatever, don't make noise. Okay? This was really annoying last time we did this because people were yelling and screaming and it was bad. Okay? Keep it quiet, please. Hannah and Brielle's group. Here's where you're going to go. Paula's group. You're going to go right through those doors in the room between here and the cafe. 8th grade girls. You're going to go up to the Club 456 room. Hannah and Brielle's group. You're going to go downstairs to 031. 7th grade boys. You are upstairs in room 241. That's usually the room that the 8th grade boys are in. 8th grade boys, you are in 261, which is the old bookstore. Top of the stairs, all the way down that way. All right? Head to your rooms. Good luck.
What's the room? Ryan, what's the number? 267?
261.
I need your number, Ryan. Oh, hi.
Say hi.
Hi. Do we need your number for it, even though you're in our group?
I will be in your group, so.
Do you want me to go with them? Hannah and I split, or do you
No, that's all right. You guys can go down there.
So do we need your number?
Light, knock down. I'm going.
All right.
There's a light.
So for you guys, here's the deal. If it freaks you out to do this in dark, you can turn on the light, but it's more fun in the dark. Here is your list, and I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, come on in. Come on in.
Let's go. Get your message out. We need to write this down.
All right. I will come back later.
They're 100.
Good luck, you guys.
Oh, I know how to do this.
128
Wait, guys, wait. I know how to find this out.
Okay.
But it doesn't
All right.
say which way. No,
I'll be back. See what you guys can figure out. You okay?
There, guys, what if I just download an app that's
Yeah. You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Get-
Hey, let's go.
Okay. E. I don't know. How do you know? Was it G? Kids.
There's nothing in there, Noah. You don't have to look in there. I didn't do any like cabinets or drawers or
We're
anything.
not
So
opening this
What do you
at
mean
all, right?
check out view?
No. no.
You can't see because of the glare. Turn off the light. You can't see the door.
You cannot stream our humiliation.
Hi.
Okay, Ryan, I'm kneeling, and I give you the thing. Okay. Pull on the ropes, kneel on the cross. Back, line up the.
All right. Don't tear up the carpet. It's
Line
just
up the
that's an old carpet injury. Poor carpet.
Ryan, we're lining up the ring with the cross. What does that mean?
So I would say if I was gonna give you like a hot or cold, I would say you are burning red hot right now. So good job.
Like one person. Is there like a, there's a paper in there, I think.
Guys, this blue.
Yep.
There's something right there. Oh my god.
You said we could
Hey, how's it going?
I opened up the door.
What the heck?
What's up?
All I was doing.
There's not enough things for the code.
Yeah, there's only.
Really?
What's the hit? What's the hit?
Go through different numbers.
Who's in room 2?
Oh wait! What's on the back?
I already tried that.
Oh,
Wait, it's.
who's in room 261?
You mean 271?
Yeah, that room.
Wait.
Why don't we
Wait.
try?
Wait, it's the room numbers for both of them. So we're in two.
Yes. Good
Ooh,
job.
Wait, we're
one.
not 7th grade girls.
Yes, what's the 7th grade girls? They're in like the 211, right?
You're on the right track, you guys. You're on the right track.
How do we know whose rooms?
You guys have a two-parter, by the way. There's that, and then there's this. So you might want to divide forces a little
Wait,
bit.
guys. Wait. What's our room number? And what's the 8th grade boys? Why is it?
That's what I meant. Read from here. Yeah.
11.
Yeah. So left to right. That's why I'm doing from here.
Do you see this one? Wait, Colton, what is it? What about this one? R-E-T.
Whoa. Hold up. Stop.
What's on top of the car?
Yeah. It's like you expected us to have that good a vision. Okay.
You don't need to turn that on. I get the idea, but you're okay without that.
K at the start. K.
Oh,
E.
wait.
Oh.
Okay.
T. As in toy. E. T.
All right, I'll be back. Hey, can I give you guys a hint? All right. I would say maybe look around a little bit more.
DD.
Under the chairs.
Oh, wait.
At like that.
Yo, over here.
Oh,
The very last two.
There's tape on there.
What is that?
It's over here.
Oh, wait.
Cool. Quick.
No clue.
How's it going, you guys?
Okay, guys, it's C. We sent a picture of Paula. That's all we've gotten. Wait, guys, I think it's DCR.
Okay.
DC comment.
You guys found the measuring sticks, which is good.
Yeah, they were like 80 million.
Okay, so you got the measurements right. How long is each measuring stick?
16 inches.
Okay, so go exact off that. And I would say since you're starting off at the handle here, you know the first letter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to go to a different letter, but the hard part is like you don't know which direction to go. So be real exact, okay? And if you're going from like D to like an H, that's not going to make a word. So you know it's not it. Okay? So yeah, it makes a word when you're done.
We need your number.
But I will be back. I'll be back, I promise. Okay?
DR, maybe it is DR. If you're gonna
How's it going?
We're struggling.
Okay. I will tell you, calling out won't help you in this game. But someone might call you.
Well, shoot.
They might. Did someone call?
No, it says missed call and we're trying to figure out how to work it.
Oh, okay. See if they'll call back. If they do call, you might want to pick it up. But
Someone texted me.
all right. So I would say there's a lot of stuff to possibly look at. There's something really out of place. So if you go just kind of give a look around, if you see something really out of place, like this should not be here, that's your like aha moment right there. Okay? All right. I will be back. Hey, stay in your room.
Not like this. You said we could.
Okay, you can do that. Hi. You're still really, really hot. Like,
That's not helpful.
Ryan, can you give us a hint? When you're back there, point to Exodus. Kneeling on the cross, we're looking to the right.
I'll give you a hint. Listen to Izzy.
Is that our
Ding, 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 ding. You can go.
Okay, let's go.
down?
We should split up.
She's down here. Guys, she's down here because she's setting up. They're going up.
Hey, help us. It's not Morse code.
You
Colors
out
need to match up to
Ooh.
the
You
floor.
out.
He helped us.
Ryan's like smiling. I can tell. Ryan's like, oh my, you.
Ryan's like, haha, you can't do this now.
I'm going to help you out. I'm going to move it this way.
What is going on?
There you go. There you go. I'll move it that way for you. I'm showing sympathy.
I don't know what's going on. I honestly don't.
You're on the right track for a show.
How do they read these colors?
So,
Ryan, how does this work? It doesn't.
yes, it does.
Work.
Yes, it does.
You put it like that, but it doesn't matter.
You could. You could.
Ryan, there's one in your car, Ryan. I know.
What? Yes, there's something on top of my car.
I can't see it. What is it? Dude, you can't help. You have to help us with that. Dude, we can't read it. We've all tried.
Can you make out any letters? Here, I'm gonna help you out. I'll help you out some more.
We can't figure
It was close.
Oh,
There's another one with black and silver.
There's another one with black.
Yes.
It's right there.
Wait, where?
Look at your chair.
Oh, turn it around.
You turn it around.
Oh, there's the black. Yeah, and there's the silver.
And there's red too.
Where's the blue? Chill.
Ryan, you have to help us with the letters on your car.
Hey, yo, 4 minutes.
We know there are letters on your car.
Can you make any of them out?
No, we
No,
can't.
it's like
I am colorblind.
It starts with an F. You're close.
Next to the building.
Dude, so what is it?
100 feet away.
We need help.
Keep working. Keep working. You're really close, you guys. You're really close. Hey, guys, I'll tell you this. The clue on my car has nothing to do with your room. It's for a different room. So, if you guys focus here, I think you'll get it.
That's nice, sweet.
Why does it look out here? What's the look out here?
What's your guess for your word?
Oh, they're locked in. Let's see.
All right.
Peace out.
Yours was Exodus. I would have accepted Genesis, though. How's it going, guys?
Hey, we need your number, buddy.
Do you have the word? What's the word? What's the word?
Daniel?
No.
Deuteronomy?
No.
We only get 2 tries. Eileen!
It is DA. I will give you that. You guys have about 4 minutes.
We didn't send it to you.
Well, yours
All right.
said it like started and ended with a D. It
Ah.
ends with a D.
Yes.
It started and ended with it.
And the D. Yeah.
Like I have a picture.
Good job. Way to help him out. Good job. Excuse me. Oh, you guys freed the xylophone. That's good. All right. All right.
Hey, did you get our text?
Get your test.
Text.
Oh, text.
Can we go now?
Why?
No, xylophone is close. You're on the right track. It's something with the xylophone.
The numbers.
So these numbers have something to do with the xylophone.
The colors. Purple.
But you're really close. You're just running a little bit out of time. So
What time? How much time, Ryan?
it's a 5-letter word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need the xylophone to figure it out.
Ryan, how much time?
You got about 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Hey, what's up? They're working on it.
We have a minute and 25. Hurry up.
I'll accept it. I'll accept it.
Let's go.
Yo, there we go. I knew it. I told you guys. Where are you guys going? Don't have to get shit.
We have to wait with me there before time.
Where's Aaron?
expires.
Why is
How much
Aaron?
time we got?
Not very much. About a minute and a half.
Where's Aaron going?
Hey, everybody, let's go to the auditorium. Hey, everybody, come on.
How's it going, you guys? All right, you guys have about a minute left. A minute left. Do you want me to give you some help?
No, we got something.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, help us. Are there any other groups that aren't done?
I think all but 2. You guys are one of them. So, all right. You guys have less than a minute, so I will call you up when it's time. All right, what did you guys figure out? All right.
You need help? Yeah, you think that's the hardest one.
You think so?
Yeah. You need help?
Did you make a guess? What'd you get? All right, have a seat, you guys. I'm going to get one more group in here.
Can I get a drink? Can I get water?
Yeah, get a drink real quick and then come right back. Hey, good job, 7th grade guys, pulling it out with like a second to spare.
At the end of each episode, the players take the quiz, 10 questions about the mole. The quiz determines who stays and who goes, because the player who scores the lowest on the quiz is executed, is sent home immediately. Up to $1 million hinges on discovering who is the mole. Watch for the hidden clues, the identity of the mole.
So to recap, everybody, we're down to 4 players in the TV series. Tonight is their last challenge. One last elimination to get down to the final 3. We'll see if they can do it.
I hope you had as much fun here as I did. My mother built this house for me when I was very small. Do you like my dolls?
Don't look at me like that. The dolls frighten me because I assumed that the dolls would be involved somehow in some sort of weird game we had to play.
Tonight we have a game for you here at Anderson's Funhouse. The game is my part at stake $100,000. And your sleeping arrangements for the night. The last person standing after the game ends gets to go back to the hotel and have a pleasant night's sleep. The rest of you, well, we have other accommodations for you here at the Anderson's Funhouse. Don't eat girls. Sorry. I digress. I've been under a lot of stress lately, I'm sorry. Here's how the game works. Each of you will have a chip of $25,000. I'll deal you each a card. The player with the highest card wins that hand. Aces are mine in this game. Now, if you win a hand, you have two choices. You can either add your chip into the pot, or kick out another player from the game. Once you are kicked out of the game, you have to go sit with my girls. They like to watch, so they get the front row seat. You have to sit in back of them.
I'm not looking forward to spending the night in Anderson's Funhouse because I suspect something else is going to happen.
So it'd be stupid to kick people out and get all the chips in there. Get for a bit of risk. I'm gonna give you each a chip for $25,000. I'll turn it over until I say so. Okay, turn it over. Heather, you have the high card. You choose to put your money in the pot. Now you can cut the deck this time. Okay, turn your cards. Now have the high card, just to put the money in. I'll ask you now one by one to turn your cards, Bill. Evan. And we have the high card. Okay, there's now $75,000 in the pot. Okay, Bill, I'll ask you to please turn your card over first. Evan. Dorothy. Choice is yours. You're kidding. I don't understand hesitation. Nobody hesitated. Yeah, what are you doing? Play money. Well, $100,000 is in the pot. Now it's a question of who remains at the table. Al, you have the high card. Okay, Dorothy, please go sit with my girls. That's a table close. Bill, turn your card. Al, Heather. Heather, you have the high card. One of you will win after this hand, get to go home, back to the hotel. The other will join the others, spending the night here in Anderson's Funhouse with your girls. Oh, yes. Phil, please turn over your card. I like it.
Look at that.
I like it.
Bill has won the high card game, and while he returns to the hotel for a restful night's sleep, the others are about to find out their fate.
I will now take you to your rooms. I'm going to take Dorothy first, the rest of you stay here. Dorothy, come with me. Okay, just come right back here. You can just sit on this one.
I think this is some kind of torture device, somewhat like what people do to criminals in an interrogation. It's small room, really, really bright lights. can't see anything outside.
The group managed to put $100,000 in the pot, but that money is still at risk. It all depends on what you choose to do right now. You have to spend 30 minutes inside this box in order to guarantee the group will get $100,000. The other two players have to spend time in the rooms that they have been assigned to as well. If at any time in 30 minutes you choose to leave this box, you may do so. You will sacrifice $100,000. Your 30 minutes will begin as soon as I leave this room. All right, good luck. I have a very special room for you in my fun house. This is your room. You have to sleep here tonight? Okay, this is your bed. You sleep on the bed. That's it. That's it. I have to be on the bed. You know, the bulk of your body, I would say. I mean, this is, I wanted to, roll on the side. That's true. I mean, this is not saying being on the bed. Yeah. So when, I don't know, say this, why am I doing that? I don't know. That's really up to you. But if, for instance, this would not be on the bed. This would be off the bed. Yes. Do you understand? Yeah. You have to stay in this room, on this bed, all night long. Okay. If you leave this room for any reason, you will be forfeiting $100,000. What's at the bubbles? Is that the fun bed? They're just tiny bubbles. It's no big deal. That's it. That's it. All right. All right. $100,000 is paid. Thank you. And it could be yours. Sleep well. Oh, certainly will. This is your room. This is your roommate. She's a python, a rather large one. Come here. Let's come here. I have to close the door else she might get out. She's been very lonely, and she's very happy to see you. $100,000 is in the pot, but that $100,000 is at risk. It all depends on what you and the other players choose to do now. For your part, you have to stay in this room until I come and let you out. This is just one of the many rooms in my house of fun. Enjoy the night.
Why don't you tell me when you're small group singer, which one of these rooms would be hardest to do for you?
They definitely gross me out. The little cockroaches that are crawling everywhere and trying to keep cool. I knew the most difficult part for me in this game was going to be not losing my cool in a small space.
You guys ever see Fear Factor as a show?
again from the beginning. There's no way. Not gonna do it? No. There's a giant python in that room. It was pitch black. Couldn't see anything. I could hear it moving on the floor. I'm definitely afraid of snakes anyway. The thought he's gonna be in the room with it, the light on scared me. There's no way I'm spending the night in the room. I can't even see my own hand. You know what? Even if I win this game, $486,000 is just fine with me.
So giving up $100,000.
I'm giving up $100,000.
And you're giving up that money not just for yourself, but the group. Unaware that Heather has just forfeited the $100,000, Al and Dorothy continue to work to complete their tasks.
So now Al and Dorothy give me nothing. Alright, that beat was the end of the 30 minutes, so Dorothy did her challenge. So, she succeeded.
Nice job. Congratulations. Wow. Oh, God. That's How was it?
Disgusting.
That's really disgusting.
It's really disgusting. I knew it was going to be hard. I hate small faces. And those little things are going, oh, you're disgusting. You didn't do it either? What? I did something. What'd you do? I had to sleep in this like little bitty room with a giant python. And it's totally pitch black. And they turned the lights off and it was like hissy and I'm something I don't forget it. I'm not doing this.
It was a disaster. It was like, you know, like chipmunks and then really slow, like Don Ho and some drugs. And it was just unbelievable.
I think that's 4 hours. Bill's sleeping in the hotel because he won the card game, so he didn't do this.
Hey. Wake up.
So, you musician?
No, I didn't get a wink of sleep is what I didn't get. Is this what you guys had?
How is it?
It's 8 o'clock. What is going on here, man? Dorothy, you want to explain?
Is this where you guys spent the night?
Why don't you tell us about your evening now?
Oh, you want to hear about your little tale of the evening? I got to sleep on a metal bed. No mattress, just a metal spring. And a bubble machine pouring the bubbles down onto me. And all I heard was tiny bubbles for 5 straight hours. I had to sleep all night.
I take it to the cafeteria and there's a giant 8-foot python.
I can't believe 100,000 is gone. What I just went through was worth so much more than 100,000. I didn't sleep a freaking wink. I got about 5 minutes. I am so tired. I'm shaking it because I'm so tired. Why couldn't have been like 25 grand each?
Seems pretty harsh.
Tiny bubbles in the wine makes me happy. What are the rest of the words? Do you know? Oh, I know. I just don't care to repeat it. I've heard him way too many times. You don't like Don Ho? No. I didn't like him fast. I didn't like him slow. I didn't like him backwards. I didn't like him choppy. I didn't like him loud. I didn't like him soft. You just didn't like him. I didn't like any way he was served up.
Alright, this is the final elimination before the reveal show. Who is going to go tonight? One person goes. Who's it going to be?
Physically and emotionally. A lot of you have said you're anxious for the game to come to an end. For one of you, the game ends now. You've all just taken the 10-question quiz about the identity of the mole. The player who gets the most answers wrong on the quiz is the player who will be executed tonight. I'll begin entering names into the computer. If a green screen appears after your name has been entered, you remain in the game. You make it to the final round. If, however, a red screen appears after your name has been entered, you are the game's 11th victim. You have to take your bag and leave the game immediately. The pot now stands at $536,000. Only one of you will get that money. Good luck. Heather.
It's gonna be Heather. Heather made it to the final.
I think it's gonna be Bill.
Al.
Is it gonna be Al?
I think Al's
So after the tiny bubbles, Al is gone. Poor Al. Alright. So what this means is these final 3 contestants, you got Heather, you got Dorothy, you got Bill. One of them is going to win that $486,000 that they've all been playing for. One of them will lose and get nothing. And one of them is, of course, the mole. We're going to figure that out next week. All the secrets are going to get revealed, stuff that you could have watched for and maybe picked up on. I want to recap what you guys did tonight, though. Before I get to our recap here, if you want to know the secrets to each of these rooms, I'm going to post videos on Instagram this week that tells you about each of the rooms and like how they would have been escaped. And you'll be like, oh, that's so easy. My room was so much harder than that. Of course, everybody does that. But I do want to reveal the results here. Now, if you remember, the rules were all groups had to be out of the rooms and down here to get the 140 points that were up for grabs tonight. Unfortunately, that did not happen. But, Gavin, would you like to come up here, please? Come on up. Gavin and I had a little conversation this morning, and I wanted, because this is so difficult, like every year, this is so tough. I wanted a chance, even if not everybody made it out, for the good guys to get some points, not all the points. So what I asked Gavin was, hey Gavin, if not all 5 groups made it down here, how many groups do you think would make it out? And I said, if they get it right, Gavin, you get some points for the good guys. And your prediction was?
3.
The actual was 3. So, Gavin earned you guys 70 points. The mole gets 140. Thank you, Gavin Gillespie. For our final total of...
Why?
Final total, the good guys, 240 points. The mole, 330. Now, remember what I said? It's never happened in the history of doing this competition, but you can actually beat the mole if more than half, or I'll just make it half. If half of you figure out who the mole is on the quiz, you get all your points back. So it's not over yet. It's highly unlikely that will happen, but it's possible. Now, you did get 0 points, okay? So what you guys got will translate into money for your missions organization. So it's not like you get 0 overall. You guys played really hard. I do need to report also, just in case you did not see it, here's who got out of their rooms tonight. 8th grade girls nailed it, like right away, got out. So maybe not right away, had a little bit of difficulty, but 8th grade girls were out real quick. 8th grade boys got out of their room. So they had a lot of like manual labor to do in their room, like a lot of moving stuff around. I gave them a little bit of credit. Your 8th grade boys, your word was actually tool, but I figured you guys were like set up and you would have gotten it. So I gave you credit. So you were, what was your word? I forget what you guys came up with, but it was close enough. You got the L, you got the 2 L's. I counted it. The F and the T were super close. Then with like 2 seconds to spare, I don't know how this happened, 7th grade boys made it out, like literally 2 seconds to spare. I was up there, and I was like, there's no way they're getting this. Like, they did one part, but they had a whole other part to do, and I'm like, there's no chance. And then they texted Cage, and I'm like, you got it, like, amazing. So, way to clinch it, you guys. That was a clutch performance by the 7th grade guys. So the 7th grade girls, neither of the 7th grade girls groups made it out, but they did try really hard. Thank you guys for your efforts with that one. They were all on the right track. They just kind of missed one sort of like little critical thing to get out of their rooms. But that's the recap of the competition. Let me pray first real quick, and then I need you guys to kind of pay attention to our look at the word tonight. Bow your heads with me, please. Lord God, thank you for this competition that we can do. I just pray that we kind of put the games stuff aside right now to be able to look at your word, because after all, this is really important stuff, God, about our enemies. I pray that you enlighten us to how our enemies work and what we can do against that. Help us to be looking inward, Lord, but also be looking at you and your direction. In your name, amen. So our spiritual enemies are really what this whole course is about. We do a lot of other stuff, but we're talking about how our spiritual enemies work as moles, okay? And I don't know if when you hear the word mole, you think of the little like furry creature that burrows in the ground and just like sneaks around and then like puts these annoying little hills in your yard. Or if you think of the mole on your skin that sometimes gets cancerous and you have to have removed, like something that from the inside destroys from within. Okay, that's what the mole is, and that's what a mole does in the spy world as well. I'm going to just kind of go a little tangent here. So, do you have moles in your yards? Anybody? Anybody struggle with this? Okay, I hate them so much. I go to war with the moles, and it's chemical warfare. Okay, I know some people are like, oh, that's so sad. No, I want to kill the moles in the ground. All right, so I'm sorry if that offends you in any kind of way. I'm willing to hear you out if I should be sparing them, but I try to destroy the moles in my yard. It never works. They annoy me so much, which is why I have a little love-hate relationship with the series itself. But anyway, that's not what I came to say. We talked about 2 of our 3 enemies so far. Listen up, guys. 2 of our 3 enemies we covered already. What were those 2 enemies we covered? Anybody remember? Or at least name one of them. Teo was one of them. The devil. What was another one? Ian? If you can't think of it, that's fine. I'll go up here. Adriana. The world. All right? So you got the devil, the spiritual force that's out there that's in opposition to God. That's one of the enemies, and the devil works through getting us to process through things the way he wants us to cause us to doubt, to get us like guessing, even stuff that we would otherwise be so certain about, to cause us to question the things of faith. All the enemies that we're after, or that we're talking about, are after our faith. The world is that physical, created good, but sin-infected world trying to lure us into what's popular. Popular stuff is not always the direction that God wants us to go. But the world that we're talking about, that we talked about last week, was, yes, people, but also what people do, the trends, the polls that they have for you in saying that, hey, you need to do this or be like this. It's that kind of temptation that the world lays out for us. That's really hard for us to avoid and escape. Now, the third enemy, and you might know this already, well, let me ask you this. What other enemy do you think we have in our spiritual war that we have? There's one more enemy. It's not Warren. Thank you for... There's one more enemy. Yes, you.
Ourselves? Yeah, ourselves. That's
ourselves. You guys both got it. Ourselves. We are the perfect enemy. Our own perfect enemy. And I'll talk about what the enemy of ourselves wants to do. 1 John chapter 2:16. If you guys are on your phones right now, I need you to shut those off and look here, okay? Really, be part of what we're doing, all right? Just keep your eyes up here. This is not going to be a long time, but I think it's really important. 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. Everything we can conceive, the Bible says, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life, comes not from the Father. Those three parts of where our brain takes us, I think, are worth a second look. The lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. I want to talk a little bit specifically about what this author is talking about. Lust of the flesh, if you read it in Greek, the original biblical language, epithumia sarx. That's what the Greek term is. Epithumia is just a desire. Sarx, you know what sarx means? It means a living being without skin on. Did you guess this? Was this your guess? All right. It means meat. Meat. I'm not really sure why it's so funny, but...
Hey, everybody's laughing.
All right. I'll wait a sec so you guys can pay attention. How about that? You guys good? Okay. Sarx means stripped of skin, meat. This is when we treat other people like meat. It's when we desire other people for their bodies. It's when we desire other people to make them do what we want. It's when we treat other people pretty much like garbage to get what we want. That's what the lust of the flesh is, if you go back to the original roots in the Bible. The lust of the eyes, in Greek, is epithumia ophthalmos. You know, an optometrist, they look at your eyes, kind of has the root here, ophthalmos. That means the desire of what we see out there. It's our envying, it's our coveting, it's our wanting the stuff that other people have, that we really shouldn't be placing a desire in. But we want anyway, just to try to be on their level, or maybe be at the point where they're envying us and looking up to us because of the stuff that we have. The pride of life, the third thing that this passage is mentioning, pride of life, is placing ourselves in a position of greatness. And we all have problems with this, okay? We have pride. We have a desire to get stuff out there. We have a desire to use other people. We all struggle with this. It's internal stuff that's in our brains every day. And here's sort of what the world says about that stuff. They will tell you that that's okay because it's not hurting anybody. It's the perfect sort of distraction from God's direction. Because they're kind of on the right track with that. The pride of life, putting yourself in a high position, might not directly hurt other people. The lust of the eyes, things that we want, wanting other things, maybe not directly hurts other people. The lust of the flesh, wanting to use other people, maybe not directly hurts other people. And that's how so many times, you guys, we tell ourselves this stuff is okay. Where our brain is going is perfectly cool. But it's not. Our brain is telling us stuff that keeps us from the faith in Jesus Christ. And you got to recognize that. The way that the Lord wants us to go is different from these self-centered things that our brains are going to tell us we need to do. Do y'all understand that? Yes. So you need to think differently. Not give in to the lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh, the pride of life. And the Bible actually gives us a lot of passages here that talk about how to combat the mole of yourself. And I just want to mention this, and you're going to notice one word that kind of runs its course through all these passages, and that word is humility. Humility. You've probably heard of this before, but humility is being able to consider other people ahead of yourself. Wanting to achieve stuff for them before you achieve stuff for yourself. Looking after the good of other people before you even take care of yourself. Humility is the antidote to the direction that a lot of times your mind wants to take you. Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 says this, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves." Colossians 3, 12 through 14. "Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other, forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you, and over all these virtues put on love, which binds them together in perfect unity." One more passage here, Romans chapter 12, verses 15 through 18. "Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn, live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low position. Do not be conceited. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live in humility with everyone." Humility is really important, you guys. It's a virtue, it's a value that can lead you in the Lord's direction and away from the ways that your mind wants to take you. But you have to understand, first and foremost, you've got that sinful nature that wants to please yourself first and foremost, okay? I want you to understand that, and I want you to kind of be able to deal with that as well, because I sometimes contribute to the selfish attitude of people, because when I go, and for instance, any of you guys, if I start in a conversation, I'm always talking about you. Well, how was your week? What did you do? What are your plans? And sometimes I think that's a mistake on my part. I don't always get you guys even to focus on maybe what the Lord is doing, maybe how you see God working around you, instead of making you the main character of everything. It's really difficult for us to get out of ourselves and consider maybe what God is doing and how we can join in God's work instead of just pursuing the stuff that we want to have happen in life. It takes a little bit of practice. The last thing I want to challenge you guys with is you probably can picture in your mind someone who's very humble. Someone who shows the desire to get away from lust of flesh, lust of eyes, pride of life. I know I can. I can think of a couple people that I've had in my life whose life was just a testimony of getting over themselves and making life about others, and thereby glorifying God. Like I say so often, you guys, in order to do the right thing in life, to get by, do the things that other people that have it together are doing. Find someone who knows it and just do what they do. Take the examples that you guys get from humble people in your life. I guarantee you won't regret doing that, and you're going to help to deal with the mole that you all have that's telling you make it all about you. You. I want you to be able to ask your small group leaders, if you have time in your small groups today, but even if not today, sometime, hey small group leader, how would your life be different if you were not a believer in Jesus Christ? Got that? Ask them, how would your life be different if you were not a believer in Jesus Christ? My guess is they're probably going to say, I would be a lot more selfish. I would just want this and do this and make it all about me. I love our small group leaders because there's a huge portion of their lives that they dedicate to outside of themselves. It's not just all about them, me. Take that example if you can't picture someone else in your life who's given you that picture of humility. Let me pray for you guys. You're going to get out to your small groups, talk a little bit more about this, and of course, well, gossip about who's going to win this in our youth group competition. Bow your heads with me. Lord God, I want to thank you for just giving us the ability to be humble. Now give us the strength to do it. God, make ourselves less and you more. I just pray that the main character of our lives, Lord, is not us. Challenge us in seeing how we can pursue ourselves and our own interests a little bit less, Lord, for the benefit of others and for the glory of you. Thank you, God, for being able to deal with the enemies that we have. Help us to call those things out. And Lord, help us to be effective in using your word to combat that. So Lord, our faith remains strong. In your name, amen. All right, you guys can use your regular small group locations. Hopefully they're not too torn up. If you're not sure where you're going for your small group, come talk to me. Small group leaders, I got your guides over here and your collection jars. Someone can go pick those up if you need them.
Called me the devil.
I did not.
Okay.
I called
You
Taylor.
called me the devil.
No.
Tiny bubble.